Hi, Paul Howe, CSAT Way. Have a friend that has a range up on a mountain training school. He who shall not be named sent me an article, great article. ILFE put it out. But when I read some of the writers and some of the stuff they're putting out, it's very complicated. And so I want to break it down. But Coy's going to splash up the article link. Go read it. And then here's my takeaways. So I'm going to try to interpret the data for you folks. All right. First, great article. Next, overcomplication. Now, here's what they're saying. Old officers, new officers. Well, of course, here's what happens on the new officer. New officers, we're taking them to a range. We're having them shoot center mass. We're not having them look at guns and then transferring their eyes and the gun. So there's a couple gaps in the wire here. Now, we developed this target about a year ago. So to fix the problems, and you always got to give the fixes, is start on a flat range, have them look at either gun here or gun here, transfer eyes, and then your shot goes here. This phenomenon, it's happened for decades. New guys going in the shoot house or gals shoot guns. They see gun, they shoot gun. We've got to train them, and it starts on a flat range. If you wait to get to the shoot house, you're behind the power curve. So take them here, look at this, transfer eyes here, transfer your sights there, shoot the mini-me. So Pro Shop has these targets. We're starting to phase them in over a year. I've seen this problem occur in shoot houses as an instructor, and it's just a natural phenomenon. The patrol officer, they're not experienced. They're not getting the seasoned officer time. Well, what's the seasoned officer time? Well, the article will also go into as far as seasoned officers are seeing the I guess you would call it the movement, the draw strokes. Well, why is that? Well, seasoned officers are more experienced. They've actually, a lot of them are firearm officers, training officers. So what they're doing is they're seeing from behind the line draw strokes on a day-to-day basis from officers. And then they've had the experience on the street. So how do we fix it going into the shoot house or scenario-based training? Well, you need to run a module on draw strokes. It can be a front draw stroke, a side facing away, and then get used to seeing that. And if you get used to seeing it, when you go to the scenario-based training, they won't be shooting the hands up and the gun up. Now, here's the issue. Gun comes up right here. Well, again, you either have to go lower or higher. Guns have stopped bullets. I've watched it happen multiple times in my career. So flat range, scenario-based training, but then also integrate the video and have them see what draw strokes look like from bad guys. If there's a problem, fix it. But again, it's got to go to flat range, and it's got to go to scenario-based training. Now, red dots, they tiptoed around this. Well, I'll just bring it right out. You're going to be slower to be faster in a close-in gunfight. Do you want to be slower first? So are the people going to put in, well, we'll say people. We'll see that the leadership of agencies, 3,000 rounds to get an officer up over an extended period. They're not training right now. So they're going to add a gadget, buy a gadget, put it on a weapon that makes an officer slower. It's not going to pick up the red dot in a high-stress confrontation up close. That's not a good thing. I'm into work on my iron sights first, do a transition to a red dot, but you've got to put the mileage in. That means the agency has to do it, allocate the time, and then the officer has to do it, put their dry fire time in. If they're not shooting right now, the red dot is not going to help them. So think about it. If you have the choice, whether you shoot red dot or irons, you make the choice. You should be able to do that as an individual officer. It's the same thing with a patrol rifle. I can shoot iron sights with a patrol rifle, or I can shoot optics. And again, the individual officer, if they bring the skills to the table with either one of those sighting systems, they should be able to use it. So something to think about. Again, targets available, Pro Shop, simple stuff, simple fixes. When we write these elaborate articles, and I don't want to call them elaborate, good data, but that stuff's been around for 40 years. First thing you do is pick a good pair of gloves for a role player, because they're going to get shot in the hands. Well, to reverse engineer and fix it on a flat range with a target. So this will help them when they go to the shoot house. Otherwise, they're learning these skills when they get into the shoot house, and you have to fix them there. Hope this tip helps you. You take care, be safe. I'll catch you on the range.